face bull card with me. 9 out of 10 guys I are black guys.
If you would like to hang out, make sure you check out my live streams either on YouTube or on Twitch. Those links are down below. Also, my Patreon, where I have more content on there that I don't post here.
Guess what I have sitting in my backyard? A trampoline? Better. A boat? Better. Better. Well, what, Carmen? 33 aborted fetuses.
Today, I'm going to be reacting to funny movie bloopers.
We can't say for sure, but according to legend, Carol Channing's character in Thoroughly Modern Millie was supposed to blow a raspberry in this scene. Instead, Channing misread the script direction and literally shouted,
Raspberry!
How precious! Oh my goodness, that's so cute! He started it off with saying, "We can't say for sure, but it is rumored." I can see why it's rumored. Especially if raspberry was just a random thing that was shouted.
In Scream, when Billy hit Stu with the phone, it was actually an accident. The fake blood made it slip out of Skeet Ulrich's hand. Matthew Lillard's hilarious line was improvised on the spot.
Fucking hit me with the phone!
In 1917, Schofield is running along a trench when another soldier runs into him and trips him up. This was unscripted. An extra accidentally ran into George McKay during a particular take, but he recovered and kept running.
Oh, it looks like it happened twice. Maybe only one of them was supposed to happen? No, I think it threw the whole thing off. But that's a really good idea to leave it in there because it makes it a lot more genuine. Well, I mean, war's really hectic, so the scene should be a bit more hectic than him perfectly being able to weave through everyone. Not even trying to weave, just coincidentally. Yeah.
In Napoleon Dynamite, the scene where Kip drives over a Tupperware bowl was actually a happy accident. The bowl wasn't supposed to break, it was meant to just bend, but instead, it shattered with a loud pop.
Dang it!
In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, the moment where Ron falls off the couch wasn't in the script. Rupert Grint genuinely lost his balance and took a tumble during the scene.
Scene would have been so much more bland if he was, supposed to just sit on it? Sure, they can continue the conversation in the, is it called foreground? Yeah. But I thought that's what added to the, oh, he's a dopey character. He's in a spell, love chance, whatever. He's clumsy. I thought that was obviously, like, scripted in the thing.
In Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory during the Candyman, Aubrey Woods accidentally lifts the counter into a little girl's chin. She flinches but keeps going, making it into the final cut.
The Candyman.
Oh, poor little girl. But yeah, doesn't really want to draw attention to the scene. I mean, little quirks like that make the scenes feel more believable because a kid probably would be standing too close. They're all excited and eager about all the candy, and you're going to open it up without a lot of warning. It's going to kind of be, oh. So it's nice that these real things made it into films.
In A New Hope, Luke's line about the helmet wasn't in the script.
I can't see a thing in this helmet.
Mark Hamill thought the cameras had stopped rolling and said it out of genuine frustration with the costume. But it fit the scene so well, they kept it in.
I can't see a thing in this helmet.
That one's also really funny because these characters are probably supposed to be taken really seriously, but it kind of humanizes them and has a little bit of comedic relief when they say something that you could agree with if you were in their position, which is, oh, these things are actually hard to see. This might have even been a question for the audience, would have wondered, like, you don't really seem to have a lot of peripheral vision. I don't know, it's just a really good timing, comic relief.
In The Usual Suspects, when Redfoot flicks a cigarette at McManus, it accidentally hit Stephen Baldwin in the eye instead of his chest. His angry reaction was real, and they kept that take in the movie.
That one's good because it seems just a little bit more disrespectful. The fact that it hits his eye.
In The Way of the Gun, Ryan Philippe accidentally punched Sarah Silverman for real, leaving a welt on her face. He was devastated and cried, apologizing, but Silverman later joked it actually made the scene funnier. Also, the smack on the butt Longbaugh gives one of the prostitutes as she passes by was ad-libbed by Benicio del Toro. The actress was reportedly not at all pleased by his improvisation.
Very interesting. Two differences of He genuinely didn't mean to punch her in the face, but it's so cool of her to say, hey, it actually made the scene better. It's okay. It doesn't hurt anymore. You even hear her like let out a yelp or a cry. It's really sad. But it makes you feel a lot better knowing that he cared so much that he even cried because he felt so guilty about it. That definitely had to have made it easier for her to think, nah, it's okay. Like if he just brushed it off, that would have had a weird tone. But he clearly was remorseful. It was clearly an accident. And it's really cool of her to, go by with it and say, well, it made the scene more believable. It made it look more real, especially since I was actually in pain. The other one, yeah, maybe you're too much in character.
Don't play that race bull card with me. 9 out of 10 guys I are black guys.
In the heat, when Melissa McCarthy's character throws a phone book at a suspect's face, it really hits actor Michael McDonald. He was supposed to dodge it, but missed, and you can actually see him flinch in pain. In The Martian, Donald Glover's fall while getting up for coffee was a real accident. Instead of breaking character, he just stood up and said he was fine, so Ridley Scott kept it in the movie.
Are you alright? It's fine.
That scene looks like it would have went with this character. He's all hectic. He's sliding around frantically,
In Addams Family Values, the scene where Joel throws down his arrow during archery wasn't scripted. Actor David Krumholtz got frustrated when he couldn't notch the arrow properly and tossed it in anger. Luckily, the director loved it and kept it in the movie.
Good try.
If the milk turns out to be sour, I ain't the kind of to drink it.
In Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Nick the Greek accidentally broke a glass table during a scene by dropping his glass on it. His shocked reaction was genuine, and the moment was so amusing that they left it in. In The Master, Joaquin Phoenix accidentally broke a real, historically significant toilet during an improvised moment in the jail scene. He didn't mean to, and didn't even think it was possible.
Wait, a what toilet? This toilet was important? Darn, so unfortunate whenever you hear about actors breaking things that are actually valuable or like real props, because you think that you would tell them maybe ahead of time, but it's also probably too much trouble, scene to scene. Oh, don't rip off that painting. Don't do this. You probably just expect them to follow the script. But little outbursts like that, do make the scenes better. I mean, it's their artistic and creative freedom. Again, not touching or slapping other people in the behind.
In Bring It On, during the Clover's big routine at the national championship, two cheerleaders accidentally collide on the left side of the screen. It's a quick moment, but once you spot it, you'll never unsee it. In Fast and Furious 6, during the barbecue scene, Roman jokes about hiding the baby oil, but Dwayne Johnson improvised a comeback so funny that Ludacris did a real spit take on camera.
Hey, Mia, you better hide your baby oil.
You better hide that big ass forehead.
I was just joking.
That one's so sad. I think I learned about that one too. I was just joking. What a perfect way the camera caught it and everything. The little spit take, the actual shock and laughter. So good. Oh, and the Bring It On. I mean, they're doing a cheerleader routine, so that makes it also more believable and authentic because those routines, girls are probably running into each other sometimes. I mean, if they won, then it's a little, I saw that mess up because they would be docked for points, but.
In The Outsiders, Matt Dillon accidentally fell off his chair during the scene where Dallas flirts with Cherry. C. Thomas Howell and Diane Lane's laughter was completely real. In Mr. Nanny, there's a bizarre moment where a man in the background throws his dog into the ocean. It wasn't scripted, the guy wasn't part of the production, he just happened to get caught on camera, leaving viewers confused to this day. In Quantum of Solace, there's a funny mistake where an extra is seen sweeping the dock, but the broom is hovering off the ground. It's likely they wanted to avoid picking up the sweeping sound, but it's hilariously obvious once you notice.
Actually, hold on, I have to say this. I have to get this dig in there. But that one kind of reminds me of Nani petting Stitch and the new live action Lilo and Stitch. She's like, like, here's Stitch. Like, what's up here? What are you petting? There's nothing up here. That one's a little different because he's not actually there, but you couldn't have used like a stuffed animal that was the same size as where you're marking him on the green screen or CGI, however it works. It's It's really not good.
In Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, during the dance number, one of the dancers accidentally clipped Jane Russell's back, knocking her into the pool. It wasn't scripted, but the moment worked so well they kept it in, though the dancer was later fired for trying to claim it was intentional.
He claimed it was intentional? Like he claimed that, oh, you liked that, you're gonna leave it in there? Well, I am a genius. I'm an extra genius. Or was he trying to claim everyone told him to do it because it was an intentional scene, like written in the script, and he was told that he was supposed to do that?
In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, there's a hilarious unscripted moment during the scene where the Grinch yanks a tablecloth off a fully set table. Carrie was supposed to pull it and send everything flying, but by accident he pulled it perfectly, leaving all the dishes standing.
Imagine how much worse that scene would have been if he just ripped it off. I mean, you could easily just knock over the table and actually flip it to get that same effect, but I thought the point and why it was always funny is that he's trying to be destructive. He's trying to be angry and have things break, shatter, get thrown around, but he actually did it so perfectly that he had to come back, throw a tantrum, and mess it up anyways. That's what made it funny. So it's so shocking that it almost even makes me want to believe that he had to have practice pulling the cloth out, even if it was in his own time or a few years ago. Like, it's a skill that he has to do that because there's a certain way to do it to get that done. People can't just do that.
In North by Northwest, there's a funny mistake during the scene where Eve shoots Roger with blanks in a crowded restaurant. If you watch closely, a young boy in the background covers his ears before the gun even fires.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I was just noticing the guy who looked like he knew what was about to happen. But yeah, these are good. I think there might have been one or two in there that I've seen before, but they're really interesting, especially the ones that end up making it into the movie, because then if you ever watch the movie, you're like, oh, that wasn't supposed to be in there, or that was kind of a genuine reaction. But yeah, this one was fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my Twitch. I'd really appreciate it. Come hang out. Along with my YouTube, if you're not wanting to come over to Twitch, I live stream on both. And my Patreon that has more content. So I'll see you all next time.